Hello lovely, my name's Zoe, my brain's a dragon, and today I'm going to tell you a little bit about the project that I am working on for the 2022 Hamilton Crawl with a very good friend of mine, which is a 35,000 word novella, which I have titled currently A Matter of Scale. This is actually designed to be a prequel to a series that I've been working on and off for a while now in a Victorian era alternate Earth, which is technically I think called a gas lamp story as opposed to a steampunk story. Steampunk being more focused on the science and tech of the time, where Gaslamp is more focused on the magical stuff. It's also a little bit of a fantasy of manners sort of arrangement because I happen to really like that stuff, but I suddenly realized that I've probably been mentioning it and not actually told you what it's about. So, A Matter of Scale is a coming-of-age found family sort of story with our main character being Patentia Burnham. At this particular point in our association with Tia, she is 19, she has been out for a couple of years, and her father really would like her to actually get a decent proposal that she might say yes to. Thank you. Because she is the second child and a girl, and her brother will inherit the estate and he will go off and do all the things, and her father would like to see her looked after. What kind of story would it be if Tia was happy to go along with that, right? The Jim Butcher outline for A Matter of Scale goes along the lines of this. When Tia's brother issues a very ridiculous but also very lucrative bet that nobody could make a single person sized airship to an appropriate standard for a gentleman of means, Tia decides that given the inducement, it sounds like a much more entertaining way to spend her season than trying to get around all of the handsome young men who think that she's nothing more than, well, your typical society madame. And granted, she's not a Bluestocking, but really? The topics of conversation on the ballroom are slim. But can she succeed in winning the bet when she has to hide her enthusiasm for mechanicals and engineering and anything that could be deemed Bluestocking, as well as trying to get the time with some of the leading engineering ladies in the sphere, and has to do so around not only her family but also Miss Veritas, who seems to turn up at the most unusual of moments and whom Tia is sure is more clever and cunning than she lets on. Will Tia be able to make the airship? Will she be able to do so and maintain her social standing? And what is the deal with Miss Veritas? And why is Miss Veritas always exactly where Tia would really rather she was not? So that's basically where we're going with it. Tia is going to try and win a bet, which in this instance is her brother Julius says that he bets a particular asset in his control that nobody can build what he wants. Tia, knowing him very well and also having had a penchant for the magical and engineering and mechanical, though she hides it very well behind her piano playing and embroidering of screens and whatever else it is that she does, knows exactly what he means and what he would like. So she thinks she has an advantage there. So she's going to try and use that because, you know what? Her father's not wrong. As much as he is not helpful in that he would like her to marry, and really, he's met all of the young men that happen to be of eligible circumstances at the moment, and none of them really are a match for Tia in the way that she wants. But she does need to have something that is hers that can be used to secure her future that's not her dowry, because while her dowry is wonderful, that's about getting married and that's a whole set of other things, and she wants to be able to choose somebody that suits her and suits her well. She has on her side her trusty hired companion but still very good friend Miss Williams, and we do come across Miss Veritas as our quasi-antagonist. I think in this instance she does end up being more of that antagonistic role, at least initially. And we are going to have a found family sort of story because that then leads us very nicely into Tia's original novel, which is a Victorian era historical AU magically ridiculous romance novel. And so of course Tia will be finding her person, but not in this book. She finds her other people that she needs to have the kind of life that is exactly what suits Tia and makes her happy. I have a lot of work to do on this. There is an absolute metric ton of world building that I haven't got to yet because world building's hard. And the magic system. Like, let's not get started on how hard I find magic systems, but I have found a resource that I am crossing all the things so that I can hopefully get that to make sense. We will see, but I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm actually hoping that I learn a lot more about Tia and Williams and Veritas and see if there is stuff that I have forgotten or things that I have not yet needed to discover that I can then put into the later books so that they are much more full and more rounded and don't have quite as many plot holes that you could probably fly a small airship through. We will see. Now, that may not have been enough of an overview to give you sort of a feel for the story, so if you would like to know more, ask me some specific questions because then I can provide answers. It's all in my head, but Brain Dragon isn't very good at telling me what I have told you, what I haven't told you, and what you would probably like to know, because I have all of this stuff up here, and so I just kind of assume that you can see it, hear it, know it through the magic of magic, possibly literally magic in that instance. So if you have any specific questions about our Patentia Burnham and airships and magic and ridiculous Victorian England that definitely now has magic but still somehow is actually still Victorian England because reasons, let me know. I'm gonna go make myself a cup of tea, get started on some planning, and see if I can figure out this magic system. Wish me luck. Bye, lovely.